we're going to do some practicing with the Bunsen burner. So a really handy page in your textbook, page 9, that has the steps to lighting a Bunsen burner and also the different parts of a Bunsen burner. So make sure you've got page 9 handy. First things first, I'd like you to work through this worksheet, basically cutting out these and sticking them onto the Bunsen burner. Once you've done that, and you can use your textbook to help, I want you to label this Bunsen burner with all those words, practicing the spelling and which part is called which. And the last little sheet I want you to work on is that we need to cut these out, we need to put them in the correct order, and then we need to stick them down so that we've got our set of instructions on how to light the Bunsen burner. Bunsen burners are found underneath the workbenches, so I'll just grab the Bunsen burner. Here's our Bunsen burner. So, parts to the Bunsen burner. We will always need a heat-proof mat, okay, and that's to protect the surface. So there's my heat-proof mat. See if you can name them before I say the name. So this part here at the bottom, what would this be called? That's the base. Yep. Another important part is this part here. It's the barrel. Okay, now it gets to the rubber tubing. And that's what we actually connect to the gas tap, which I'll show you in the next segment. But rubber tubing. Okay, rubber tubing. Then we have this bit here. I don't know if you can see that, but this bit here turns. And basically, you should be able to see an air hole there. And in that air hole is our gas jet. That's where our gas comes out. So this bit that I can turn, so there the air hole is closed. You can't see a hole. The air hole is open. Okay. So this thing that I'm turning is called the collar. The collar. Then you've got your air hole. And your gas jet is, so this one, I can undo the actual barrel. There's your gas jet, okay? It's got a really fine hole. That's your gas jet. That's where your gas comes through that you need to light so that you can get your Bunsen burner working. So let's quickly go through it again. Heat-proof mat. Rubber tubing. We have the bottom bit, base. This bit here, the barrel. Then we have the collar, just like a dog's collar, the collar that moves. We have our air hole that's opened, air hole that's closed. Rules to lighting a Bunsen burner. Okay, rules for lighting a Bunsen burner. We need safety gear. So just say I approve it, safety glasses on, hair needs to be tied back if it's long. And I need my lab coat on. Lab coat on, top 2 buttons done up. And make sure my hands are free. Okay, so safety gear is on. Heat-proof mat, you need your heat-proof mat. You're then going to check the rubber tubing for cracks. You know, the places where cracks might appear are at the 2 ends. So this end here, and the end that's connected to the Bunsen burner. They're the most important parts to check. Okay, there are no cracks. So I'm going to attach my rubber tubing to the tap closest to me. Okay, this one's closer to me. The next thing I need to do is I need to check that the air hole is closed. So at the moment it's just open a little bit, so I just need to make sure it's closed. I can't see through to the other side. Nope, air hole is closed. Closing the air hole will give us the safety flame, which is the yellow flame, and we want to see the yellow flame. It's safer. Alright, I am ready to go. Now with lighting your matches, remember I gave you a little bit of hint. Keep your matchbox away from your Bunsen burner for safety. With your matchbox, chuck it on the surface, alright? And you want a bit of pressure and you want to swipe it away from you, okay? Now watch what I do to make sure I don't burn my fingers. So I light the match, I hold it basically horizontal level. I need it to burn up a bit though, I need it to get a bit more flame. So I've just pushed it down a little bit, but now I'm going to put it back so it's horizontal with the surface. To slow it down, if you hold it upwards, that's going to slow down the burning. Now I'm going to hold this in my left hand while let's go again. So use matches, go in the use match jar. I talked for too long. Let's try again. Okay. So I don't want it to burn my fingers, so I'm going to hold the lit end up and put over the barrel. You need to hover it over the barrel, so that's where you should be looking, as the barrel, while your other hand is going to turn the tap towards you as far as it will go. And then we just wait. Here we go. The Bunsen burner is lit. Okay, so now the safety flame, as you can see, got a little bit of blue at the bottom here, that's quite hot. That would actually be the hottest part of the flame there. And then you've got your yellow flame, which is really easy to see. Now when we actually want to heat something, so if we want to evaporate some water out of soft drink or heat up a metal, we need to use the blue flame. Right. But we only use the blue flame when we're heating. As soon as we're finished, we turn it back onto the yellow flame, because the yellow flame, as I'm about to show you, is much easier to see. So yellow flame, safety flame. We start the Bunsen burner on the yellow flame with the air hole closed. We turn the Bunsen burner off on the yellow flame with the air hole closed. Alright, let's go. Now remember, don't put your head very close at all to the Bunsen burner. It's hot. It's really, really hot. It's like 500 degrees. But if you listen carefully, if you listen to the Bunsen burner, you will hear the blue flame. You mightn't be able to see it. It's pretty hard to see, isn't it, the blue flame? But it's really hot and it does make a noise. As soon as you finish heating though, what do? We put it back on the yellow flame, we put it back on the yellow flame, there you go, see it was still lit. So yellow flame, air hole closed. Heating or blue flame, air hole open. And then to turn it off, back onto the yellow flame, turn off your gas. Disconnect your rubber hosing and you are done.